4th of next year. Put that down in your phone. May 3rd and 4th of 2014. It's the 2014 Spirit of St. Louis Air Show. To talk about it is Lieutenant Ryan Chamberlain, U.S. Navy Blue Angel number 7. Good morning, Lieutenant Ryan Chamberlain.
Good morning. How you doing?
Number 7, is that your plane, or what is number 7?
Well, it's both. I'm Blue Angel number 7, so I'm the narrator, the advanced and VIP pilot for the 2014 U.S. Navy Blue Angels.
How did you get involved with this?
Well, I applied back in 2012, just like everybody else has the opportunity to do, and I was lucky enough to be selected in July.
So you were already a pilot?
That's correct. Yeah, I flew in the fleet, flying gray jets off of gray aircraft carriers, the USS Nimitz and the USS John C. Stennis, for 3 years. And once I completed my tour there, I was eligible to apply for the team.
Is it a pretty rigorous audition?
It's actually not. There's no flying involved. It's all personality based. So everyone that is qualified in the F-18 and has the requisite number of hours is qualified to be a Blue Angel. It's strictly how do you fit in with that current year's team? How do you interact with the public? And that's why there's kind of that rush process for 3 to 4 months in the spring. So they see how you interact with other people. They see how you're going to fit in with a team. And if it's a good fit, then you're lucky enough to be selected.
Let's first start with landing on an aircraft carrier. What's that like for the first time?
There's no experience like it in the world. And, day is great and night is not so much fun, but we take the good with the bad.
What's your margin of error?
Well, that depends. What would you consider the margin of error?
Well, but I mean, how you're landing on a dot in the ocean on a plane.
Yep.
So I mean, is it within an inch? Do you have 5 feet? Do you have 10 feet?
On the boat that I was on, there's 4 wires. The first wire is 170 feet from the back of the ship. So you hit the back of the ship, that's obviously very bad.
Right.
So you've got 170 feet to the first wire, but that's not the one you want to hit. You want to hit the third wire. And their wires are spaced 40 feet apart. So if you think about it, you've got about a margin of error that we try and touch down within about 20 feet of each other for an okay grade is what we call it.
And it isn't a stationary object. It's moving and floating and bobbing all at the same time.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so impressive. How many Blue Angels are there?
There's actually 130 people on the team. So 1 through 6 are the demonstration pilots that fly the F-18s that you'll see at the show. Fat Albert has 3 Marine officers that fly it. And then there's also a complement of support officers, as well as 7, 8, myself, and then number 8, the events coordinator, and then all of our maintainers. So about 115 to 120 of them. That number fluctuates throughout the year. And we're all the complement of the 2014 team.
Any female Blue Angels?
There are. We actually have, last year we had 2 female officers. This year we have our public affairs officer, Chamberlain Daniel, is a female. And then we have roughly about 10 to 15 enlisted. We're still getting some new check-ins, so haven't met them all yet.
Is it the same formations and the same show every time, or is it like a dance troupe where you come up with new moves every year?
During the practice season that we start out in El Centro, California, January and February, that's where basically the demonstration comes together. We fly 6 days a week, sometimes 15 times a week. And that's where all the maneuvers take place. So at the end of that, we've basically established exactly what our show sequence is going to be for the year. So it doesn't change week to week. Now it does change year to year. So for instance, we were last year in 2007, and there are new maneuvers that have been added to the demonstration since then.
Yeah, what are the official height and weight requirements to be a pilot?
It's funny you mention that because obviously I'm on the lower end of that.
I didn't want to say that.
I know you didn't want to say
you're
it.
very fit.
I'm on the higher end of that.
That's all right. No, the height requirements. It's actually not a height requirement per se. Typically, it's probably about 5'4", 5'5". But the requirements are actually like sitting length, from your butt to your knee, how is your butt to your shoulders. Those are the kind of restrictions. So you might be 5'6", but if you have maybe a long torso, that might preclude you from being capable in the seat. The upper limits are probably about 6'5", 6'6", and in fact, our number 2 pilot is 6'5". So
okay.
He fits in. He just doesn't have as much room as I do.
Yeah, interesting.
Now, once you're a Blue Angel, are you always a Blue Angel? I mean, how long do you fly? How long do you do this?
Well, we actually have that saying on the team: once a Blue Angel, always a Blue Angel. That said, your time with the team, where you wear the blue suit, you wear the blue uniform, and the crest, is anywhere from 2 to 4 years, and that is solely dependent on your job on the team. So, for instance, my job, I'll be on the team actually for 4 years because the demonstration pilots were extended for a year last year due to sequestration. But typically, the pilots will serve anywhere from 2 to 3 years. The maintenance personnel will serve anywhere from 2 to 4 years.
How close do you fly with the other Blue Angels? I mean, is it an inch? Because it looks from the ground like it's a millimeter.
Well, that's a good question. It is very close. So the closest maneuver that they're going to perform is going to be the Diamond 360, which is basically the first pass that you'll see from the Diamond, the 4 jets, numbers 1 through 4, and they're within 18 inches of each other.
18 inches of each other.
18 inches?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What's your call sign?
My call sign is Droopy.
Droopy?
Yes.
Where'd you get Droopy from?
Apparently, some people think I look like the old cartoon character dog, Droopy.
Droopy?
So, yes.
Is that from the Quick Draw McGraw and Deputy? No, that's Deputy Droopalong.
I think that was
I don't
before
know.
my time, but I just went ahead and took it like a man.
All right. They call me Maverick.
All right.
Maverick. They call her Goose. All right. It's March, what is it, 3rd and 4th.
May.
May 3rd and 4th.
May 3rd and 4th of next year. For tickets, where can we go? Spirit-airshow.com, and it's May 3rd and May 4th, 2014. Is it back now, or has it always been there? It's back, yeah, after a couple of years off, hasn't it been? Yeah, so it's back. Great news. Lieutenant Ryan Chamberlain, U.S. Navy Blue Angel number 7 from Bloomington, Illinois.
Oh, you're an SIU grad, too.
I am.
Carbondale Saluki.
That's
I am,
right.
too.
All right, then. You guys have your secret handshake ready to go there?
We do. We can't tell you about
We can't
it.
show it to
That's
anyone.
exactly right. All right, Droopy. Thank you for coming in. Good luck, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. 7:58 here, Big 550 KTRS. Check in with Tim Weiland. The roads are a mess this